Hello, this is Beecreativelyou with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, we're doing a pick a card for mission and purpose. I did a poll to find out what do people want to know about, and they say mission and purpose, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I've been promoting stuff to do with like spiritual business, entrepreneurship, all that stuff on my other channel, Divine Essentials channel. Because I was like, if anybody cares about that, it's probably over here. Because over here on this channel, Beecreativelyou now, is a new energy, all new energy coming in, but it's from the past. It was my very first thing ever. I named it Beecreativelyou because people always call me B, and I've been a creatively, exploring type of person all my life. I do a lot of art and poetry and just a lot of things. I design my own decks, stuff like that. So Beecreativelyou encompasses all of that. Divine Essentials came out of that because Divine Essentials is like encompassing all the essentials of the divine. However, Beecreativelyou channel, that's me. So that's just what it was named because that's how I started off on YouTube. I never intended to be like, but when I started talking about the divine things and I started talking about twin flames, because that's another part of the encompassing thing that is me, that blew up here. And then I kind of, took a break and went over, and I've been teaching all the modalities and the healing stuff and the aspects of the star seeds and the light workers and all of that on the Divine Essentials channel. And again, I didn't start that one with the intention of it growing, but it did. It hit 15,000 people without trying. So I was like, oh, weird. But my mind, because obviously I've learned business in order to do this, right? I used to only do business stuff for other people rather than like take all those teachings and apply them to myself. I was applying them to everybody else. So I have a lot of business stuff, and a lot of other stuff, like I find little 4-leaf clovers and there's the magic. And so when I do my stuff, it's like it's a mix. Nothing is ever just like straight out the gate one thing all the time. It's a collective mix. So anyways, now I think like since everybody here is saying mission and purpose, to let them know over here more about that, because like I just assumed, and when you assume you make an ass out of me. So if you're here for mission and purpose, let's figure it out. If you want to join my membership on Instagram, it is $9.99 a month. I am going to be doing just like selling of the videos that I'm doing on there, like individually. So if you're like, I only want help with Instagram, like the majority of what I do is I'm just going to base it off who shows up for the membership. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? And I'll keep that in mind while I'm making the content. So, I got to get some people up in there to make sure I know the feel of it. But I will regardless share content in regards to the things that I'm sharing on there. And I'll just collect the things I'm sharing on there and make a big thing, like a masterclass. It's like all of the things you need to know about Instagram. But if you're in the membership, you get like the little tiny videos like spread out, and just like massive amounts of information from all the stuff that I have. I shared a video on the Divine Essentials channel the other day, and I have one on Instagram. There's a few that you can watch for free and get a feel for it and be like, what is she up to on here? What is she doing? The one I shared on the Divine Essentials channel is literally like me showing you all, like not even, just like a tiny bit of the massive amount of stuff that I have printed, and then all the rest of the stuff that's in my computer, because I've bought in courses and master classes, and I've taught myself everything you need to know to run a successful business in many different ways. So we have pile 1 with a labradorite, pile 2 with lava stones, and then we have another labradorite for pile 3. So choose your piles. I have 2 decks here. One of them is the mission, like the purpose, the career oracle by Doreen Virtue. And then the other one here is your sacred wealth code oracle cards. I love this deck. It's not a big deck, and it's got a small book because there's not that many cards in it, but they're usually dead on. Okay, so obviously we're going to start with number 1, and please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things to help me get my channel growing back up again, because I took a little break there. I was under attack, and great times were playing out, but I'm back. So if you want to be here, do that, please. So the first one that came out for you guys was music, and it says your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So that doesn't necessarily mean that like you have to be the musician. You could be somebody that just like incorporates music or other musicians into the work that you do. Say you're a healer and you're like just naturally drawn to music, of different kinds. Like maybe you want to get some bowls or some chimes or some drums or something involved. It could be on the radio, it could be in person. People get intimidated about that stuff, I've noticed. Like for me, I just went and I showed up and I was like, yeah, I'm going to make a drum and then I'm going to play it. And that's all that I did. And you get better at it over time. Like you learn, and like, because it's hard to talk and drum at the same time, but because you get like ooh ooh boop doo ooh doo and trying to keep a beat and speak is difficult, but you'll get better at it just like anything. So you need to practice. But there's so many ways that, like, especially in the spiritual world, music can be incorporated. It could just be frequencies, it could be tones. Some of those frequencies and tones, you can't even really hear them. They're like boom 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 boom. So incorporating those, which are literally meant to put you into a different mind state, like theta state is the most transformative state for people, and there's certain frequencies and hertz that we can play to get us there. And while we're there, if you're doing a healing session and the person's healing you is like, oh, you're nice and relaxed, and let's talk to those beliefs inside of you that are all fucked up, and let's heal them and pull them out with the use of music, with the use of all of that, could be useful for you in helping others. And if you're not sure what that means, or even anything at this point, if you're like, I don't even really fucking know, maybe I like music, maybe I don't, you need to find out, you need to explore. And that's the thing too, it's like, it doesn't matter what pile you pick, you're the determining factor on all of what you do. And what your mission and purpose is to find things that you really fucking like to do, have a really good time doing it, feel passionate about it, almost obsessed about it, to that level, because then the passion shines through and it's like, yes. And it's okay if it changes over time. Like if you're like no longer passionate about something, you can quit and go find something else. Your mission and purpose isn't a stamp on your forehead that says this is what you do for the rest of your life. That's something that we've lived here within a 3D perspective that has messed people up, like doop-a-doop. I've got to know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life at age 18. No, you don't. And you most likely won't. So stop wasting your time thinking that and start realizing that it's an evolution. It's going to change. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. And just know that wherever you're meant to be was where you're meant to be. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's meant for... So we have to have failures to know the opposite of that. And then this says you're an earth angel who was born to protect and nurture and teach about nature and the animals. So again, you could be somebody that like plays a drum and talks to children or talks to adults, whoever, about the different animals and the different meanings of the animals and the messages that they carry, and play a song to connect with the Mother Earth's heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Talk to the earth, talk to the like elements, use the elements, like even just like that's music. The fire crackling is music. The water crashing, the waves, that's music. The air blowing, that's music. Everything is music. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. Everything has a frequency. So you could even like be like, oh, I'm going to find out what the frequency of lavender is, and I'm going to turn that into music. I'm going to take that, whatever that imprint of that frequency is, because it's going to be numbers. I'm going to turn it into a musical score, and then I'm going to play that for lavender to relax people. But these are the types of things that you will be naturally guided if you ask. Like, you can just ask, what do I should, what should I do? What should I do? How should I do it? And they'll tell you, and you'll get inspired. And you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So you could even connect with the earth through this, like cooking with herbs and, you know, different seasonings, and using different animals with reverence and love and respect and thank you, and using all of it. Like when we use, you know, the deer skin to make the drum, that was from an animal that every part of the animal was going to be used and utilized and given gratitude for. We did a ceremony to thank the spirit of the deer. Same with the elk, same process. It was a place that was very important that was like what we had, because you don't want like an animal that was like murdered in fear and just in bad conditions, and you know what I mean? Especially for eating. If you're going to be eating something like chickens that have been kept in a fucking cage their whole life and have been fearful and cold and miserable, we don't want that shit, because you're gonna feel it, and you may even shift out of that altogether over time. Like I literally just live on frozen yogurt. That's all. It's like that's all I can usually have, or chips, or crackers, or like the tortilla bread lately I've been eating. But I don't eat as much meat as I used to, and I eat things like hummus or salsa or just different things. And you'll notice your vibration rises when you start staying away from certain foods and certain things, and it will help you to move to a better direction. So the Six of Swords is like, oh my god, I'm coming out of the chaos, yay. And the Magician is like, wow, I figured out how to fucking do that, yay. And the Knight of Wands is like, yes, I'm fucking fired up about this. Woohoo. And the Hermit is like, I probably feel like this is might be like where you were like, oh, I'm just gonna stay over here and be by myself and be quiet, because I don't know what to do. But you're going to be getting inspired. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can take all this bullshit that I've been through, all these things that I've hid from, and turn it into fire and passion and desire, and drive out of here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm going to engineer with Mars energy, which is like that I'm going to fucking fight for my right. Every problem has a solution. So whatever you got going on is a motherfucking solution. Get curious, productive, technical, hardworking, focused, creative, competent, practical, competitive, decisive, determined, analytical, adventurous, loyal, generous. Like literally, they just described these two guys like to the like be freaking determined, analytical, adventurous, loyal, generous, decisive, competitive. Like, he's like, yeah, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to win. And I'm like, I'm. And he's curious. Look, he's like, oh, how do I do this? How do I make this magic? How can I technically turn all this bullshit into better shit? You know, I'm curious. I'm adaptable. I'm changing. I'm competitive. And this guy took time on his mind. He was like, I got to think about all this stuff. I got to get a little curious, and I gotta dig deep so that I can be like, all right, now it's time to win. Now it's time to set sail to my oars. And this person, this could be you, I give and receive nourishment, motherly, nurturing, devoted, loving, wise, empathic, compassionate, abundant, generous, receptive. And it's funny because I was talking about the deer, and the deer is gentle, okay? Even when the deer is running, say like you've been in bad chaos and like somebody wants to hurt you, or you've been in bad chaos and you've been hurting you, you've been eating the wrong foods, you've been thinking the wrong thoughts, you've just been fucked up inside your hermit place, right? Well, now you've got to get a little bit like adaptable, creative, and start firing yourself up, because you need to get out of that situation. But like the deer does things in a gentle way. You don't have to, like, you can move into calmer waters and look fucking graceful, very peaceful doing it. You don't have to be like, whoa. It's like, I'm just gonna boop. Maybe I'm going towards something that's gonna be so much passion and so much awesome, as opposed to this like time of I've been in the ice, I've been cold, I'm alone, I'm silent, It's like, aha, I finally figured out what to do. Let me get creative and, ingenious here. Let me get a little logical in my approach to this. But I can be gentle. I don't have to be rude. I don't have to be mean. I don't have to be ugly. I don't have to do any of those things. I can do it in a graceful, charming way. I can be soft in my words. I can be soft in my run into calmer places. And that's how we do it. If we're like, we're never going to get anywhere calm. Everything is what we are. So if what we are right now is not calm, is not gentle, then we need to embody that to get to the calm, gentle places in our life. So that takes truth. The truth will set me free. Being wise, spiritual, wealthy, gracious, intuitive, inspired, devoted, expansive, self-reflective, truth-seeking, and emotionally intelligent, truthful, philosophical, charitable. Okay? This is the sage, and this is Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion. And then this is about the moon, and this is our intuition. You're expanding. And the sage is intuition. The owl is intuition. It's like, use your intuition to gently guide you out of the craziness. Balance it with your masculine, like logical, aspects, and get fired up towards what you need to do. And then even balancing out the dualistic elements here of like, I've been a hermit hiding away, but I've been getting, the answers to what I need to do to spark my fire inside of me, to get out of here, to figure out how I'm going to do it, put the motion into action, and nurture myself in a gentle way and nurture others in a gentle way. Be wise, learn from my mistakes, learn from the past, because I'm the motherfucking mystic. And I'm spiritually wealthy. Spiritual, sensitive, unconventional, transcendent, intuitive, introverted, illuminating, artistic, ingenious, intense, imaginative, innovative, revolutionary, rebellious, and mysterious. This is like the motherfucking high priestess right here. This is the mystic, and it's Ketu. Ketu and Rahu are the ones that are like, they come from like a different idea of like astrology, but again, the mystic. You've got the mystic and the sage. Like, clearly, you're here on a spiritual journey. clearly you're here to nurture yourself and others, and you need to come up, like, every plan needs needs a plan. We need to have a system. We need to come up with the system that works for us, and we need to stick to the system that works for us. So if we don't eat healthy, we need to come up with systems so that we can. If we want to save the environment, we need to come up with a fucking system to help that happen. If we want to play music, we need a system to learn how to play it. If we want to do anything in our lives, we got to come up with the system and then stick to the system. And if we don't know what that means right now, then we got to ask our angels for help and go be that hermit for a little while so we can figure it out, and then get fired up and come out into those calmer waters, because we're no longer stressed out and freaked out, and life just gets better and easier. So hopefully that has assisted you to have a little bit of guidance at this time. I do plan on doing more of these readings, and I have my soul mission, my past life, and my soul purpose oracles and things like that, so I will incorporate those into other pick of cards. But I'm going to move on to number 2 here. So number 2, here we go. What do we got for you? Boop-a-da boop boop boop. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those things that, would help me out. I just got back from a little hiatus, and I feel like, any help is good help at this point to get my channel growing again, because it has been just declining since I stopped posting. Which is weird, Even when I posted nothing at all, nothing, no post, nothing, wasn't even commenting, it was like, it was still just dropping. I'm like, why? How do they even, if I'm not posting anything, you shouldn't even be knowing about anything that I have out. You know what I mean? It was weird. Anyways, writing. It's like, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Okay? So this came out, then this one came out right after speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration, all right? All right? So I was like, oh, this makes sense, because a lot of writers end up being speakers. They, these things kind of go hand in hand. If you're a storyteller, if you are good at packaging stories up, or you're good at catching attention and giving people like a boop, and a boop, and a boop, and then this, and then that, and a boop, people like it. And it doesn't even matter how you tell stories, because there's a style of everybody for everybody. You're never going to not have an audience or people who resonate with who you are. There may not be massive amounts of them if you're the type of person that's very unique and very different, and that's not a bad thing. But you will find your people. And we have so many people on the planet at this time that it's just do you, and you will find more you. I promise you. And it doesn't matter. You can change too over time, because that's another part of mission and purpose. It's going to change. The world here has an agenda that's oh, you should know what you want to be at the age of 18 and just stick to that for the rest of your life. But that's not conducive to a healthy lifestyle or peace and harmony and within yourself, feeling fulfilled, working till you're dead. Nope. Writing, that's a fulfilling career where it's oh my God, I wrote a book, and now I'm going to write another book. Maybe I won't write another book. Maybe I'll write a sequel. Maybe I'll just write something else in connection to other things. I can write whatever I want to write, and I can change it up at any time, and I can teach other people how to write. Or I could start speaking about what I wrote. Or I could start writing speaking. I can write up the notes that people other than me are going to speak, because I'm a writer. And other people may get nervous and can you write my speech? Sure, yeah, sure. You can do a lot of things with these skills, but I feel that you will also travel, because, again, writers, they have book signings. They go all around the world, sign my book, sign my book, sign my book, sign my book. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? Then speakers travel all over the world to speak about whatever it is. Maybe it's a press release about your newest book. Maybe it's a press release about something else that you're doing. It doesn't matter. But these two things very much align with this. So I feel you may end up doing a little bit of it all. A little bit of money go over here. A little bit of boop boop over there. Whatever you like, my dear. Infinite abundance is here. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So just devote yourself to it. What do you really feel guided to do? Does writing out the gate sound right? Or does speaking sound right? Do you feel these are worlds away from you right now? You're not ready for that? Maybe traveling for now to get something within you to write about. I don't know what to write about. I don't know what to speak about. But if I go travel around the world and look at things, maybe there is infinite abundance available to you right now for that. Maybe you could be a travel influencer. The ones that get paid, they literally get paid to travel, to go stay at beautiful, exotic places. And it's just because they're going to review it on a channel that millions of people see and that, are into that stuff, will then go and book through that person with their coupon code or whatever So it's like you could go travel around the world and then be inspired by all the places you see, to write about it, to blog about it, to talk about it, speak about it on your platforms, and do an affiliate marketing thing with that, so you can tap into the infinite abundance of it. But just stay in your integrity when you do those things. Don't promote shit that you know sucks or that you didn't actually look into. Stay in a good place and make the right contracts together with people that you work together with. So the Three of Pentacles is like, me and you are going to build this thing and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. Okay, King of Cups came out. So this is like, I'm emotionally fucking fulfilled and mature. I'm not doing any game playing. I'm not doing any stupid shit. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And that means I want my partner that's going to be like fulfilling within all of this. So maybe we're going to be, because like, if you're going to be like a traveling person, right? A lot of times it's families that do that stuff. Like there's families out there that just get paid to be alive. They're like, hey, will you fill up your fridge with these Capri Suns and we'll give you a Brandale and Boppa da Beep? Awesome. Hey, you're going to do a thing out the backyard here. Use our tent and our sleeping bags and boop da boop. Oh, wow. Can you use this toothbrush in your thing? People get sponsored by all types of people all the time, and they make money from it. But again, like I said, make the right ones. Make it make sense. You know, come from a place of compassion and love and clarity. Don't get blinded by the money, because then people will feel it. They'll not resonate with you anymore, and that infinite abundance will go away. But look, the celebrity. This is fucking, this is like, I lead with my light. Charismatic, imaginative, luminous, confident, authentic, inspiring, passionate, magnetic, impactful, public, fashionable, independent, noble, generous, and unique. You gotta be amazingly unique, you. So just shine, and you'll be fine. And there's Rahu, that one I told you about, the other magical one. And who's up there? The magician. And it's a crow. And I'm a master motherfucking manifester. Holy moly. Acquisitive, alternative, intelligent, conscious, creative, magical, intuitive, inventive, alchemical, technical, artistic, dynamic, psychological, synthesizing, eccentric, and charismatic. These are what they're telling you, my dear. You are magic. You are a star. You could do whatever you want to do and be successful at it. Just make sure that you stay in the light and that you can come together with the right people that make sense. Make it make sense. And that infinite abundance will be yours. You could travel and write and speak and do whatever you want to do, but stay honorable, warrior. I take a stand for positive change as brave, courageous, strong, passionate, bold, hardworking, territorial, athletic, competitive, decisive, heroic, loyal, disciplined, and action-driven. Mars. This is how we fight. This is how we fight, and look at this. This is how we love. So you've got the duality, and we got the lion, and the fox, and the unicorn. And it says, we are all one, heart-centered, intimate, creative, communicative, diplomatic, devoted, harmonious, inspiring, accommodating, receptive, compassionate, and empathic. Being in your power, being the connector, bringing other people together, working together, maybe with somebody that's your perfect, partner. It's like the two of you come together in this perfect partnership, and it's like, okay, we're going to come from our heart space. We're going to lead with our light. We're going to work together really well, and we're going to shine so bright that we are magical together. We're going to bring in through an honorable place this passion and this drive to connect people, to build a bigger community, because you can't write or speak if nobody's reading it or wanting to hear it, right? So you need to travel and connect with the infinite abundance of all these people and be truthful, be integrity, be like powerful. And look, this is the one on the cover of the book. Don't let sly foxy stuff get you. Don't let fear take you down. Don't let your basic instincts make you do questionable shit. Don't just promote it just because it's a big paycheck. Stay in your integrity and you'll be blessed with infinite abundance tenfold. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. You can be living an amazing life tomorrow and you're worthy of it. You don't feel like, oh, it's so stupid, I'm not worthy. That's bad that people... No, you know what? Some people feel this way and they own it and they emanate it and they create it. If you're telling yourself you can't have that or there's something wrong with that, then you probably have a wound inside of you that's blocking you from that infinite abundance, or from that beautiful partnership with somebody that does see your light and wants to shine it brighter and isn't going to dim it out or stomp on it or try to fuck it up. You don't want that shit. You need to be celebrated. So, hopefully that assists you guys. Please give a like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Help me grow the channel. But I'm going to move on to number 3 now. Alright, so number 3, please give me a like, a comment, and subscribe. I'm back from the dead here on the channel doing these things again. And this is just the first of many that, I was surprised for so many people to be like, hey, I want to have mission and purpose, because I've been trying to promote it. That I've been doing my membership finally for business related stuff. And I'm like, where is everybody? But that's over there if you're interested on Instagram, $9.99 a month. But if you're interested in more of these types of readings, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please help me grow my channel again. There was a bad time there. So now it's time to change again. So you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So you could have stuck around from pile 3. And you could be knowing this, like, I deserve this, I desire this, what the fuck is wrong with me, why am I not living it, why am I holding back, why is, like, the darkness around me? Because you need that lighthouse to be you. Instead of looking for the light outside of you or looking for someone else to guide you, you need to become this and guide yourself through your trust of spirit, through the trust of your intuition, because that's one and the same, through the trust of your heart's desire. The angels are supporting, guiding and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? How would you love to shine your light? And it's okay if it's many, many things, because it doesn't matter. There's no limitation on creation, man. There's no limitation on creation. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So you may need to truly follow your heart in the sense of, like, I'm just supposed to be a mom, or I'm just supposed to be a dad, or I'm just supposed to be, like, somebody specific in my family, where it's like, it's not about the career. And again, when you think of career, like, you can have a career that doesn't pay you $10 billion and still be very happy and still very successful. Money has nothing to do with success. Happiness, fulfillment, the heart's desire, the family that you surround yourself with, the things that you do that mean something to you is what matters. If you're just trying to get a nice fucking car that you're always driving to work because you can't afford the car, or a big, huge house that you're never in because you're always, like, scooting around trying to get money, or children that you never see because you're always sending the extracurricular this and to shop and to go over here, it's all ego stuff. We need to turn our light on within and be like, whoa, that stuff's not that important. My heart's desire is. My family is. That type of shit is. And when I do this and I center myself on this, the rest of that stuff usually falls into place and the support system will come. Your life purpose fully supports you. So again, if your life purpose is to just, like, be a support system to your family, that could be your heart's desire. That may be the key to the magic in your life opening and new doors and new opportunities. And who knows? Miracles happen every day. But you need to find your way by honoring what's in your heart. Who's in your heart? Are you the one that's, like, putting your light out and not believing in your potential? And I feel like thinking about that for a little while may help, because when you come back to do these readings again, you may be like, now I know, Two of Wands also is about making a decision. I'm at a fucking fork in the road and I don't know which way to go. There's a key here, but it could go this way or it could go that way. Which key should I do? What box should I do? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. So again, I feel like you're stuck in a limbo land right here. And you need to get into your chariot and be like, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba ba ba, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba 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 ba. Make a judgment call. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you're gonna do. Knight of Swords with you. You got to choose, you do. Knight of Swords. He's got the hawk there. And look, the shadow hawk. I really feel like you've been your own darkness and you're gonna be your own light. You're going to rise up out of the darkness to a new perspective above the storms of life, see from the eyes of the heart and the soul, and resurrect. This card, the Judgment card, is not necessarily like a bad judgment or we judge to kill you. It's like, no, the judgment has been made and you're resurrecting. You are the phoenix rising through the ashes. And now you emotionally follow your heart with a full-on, here I come. I'm not going to hide it anymore. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm not going to dwindle and diddle around at the boxes. Just because there's other options out there doesn't mean they're the right option for me. I know what the heart wants. I know what my heart feels. I know where my family or my soul family is. I know where I'm going to be supported. And it ain't, in these unknown boxes. It's in the boxes that shine my light bright and make me feel good and help me to see beyond my mundane things and to see with possibilities, to be inventive and expansive and wise and insightful, enthusiastic, curious, courageous, philanthropic, imaginative, knowledgeable, conceptual, inspired, idealistic, and benevolent and humble. And it's like, I'm going to see from a new level through the light, through the illumination. I'm a visionary. Jupiter, expansion. Expanding and seeing that there is all these possibilities, but if I let my heart guide me right through the center into the light, I don't have to worry about all the other options. We got to streamline ourselves to where our inner light is calling us and our emotion is pushing us. We feel it, we know it, but we always lie about it or deny it or try to suppress it or think that we can't have it. We're not good enough for it. But you are. I walk with a foot in both the earthly and spiritual worlds. It's okay to feel a little confused sometimes, especially with this. It's hard to be a visionary. It's hard to be wooey wooey. Earlier today I said to Jenny, I was I live in a delusional world. But I need to manifest. Focusing on what's going wrong and what's not working and what's not right and all of that only brings more of that. So I need to trick myself into the vibration, into the belief system, into the place where I am successful. And as soon as I do that, that fucking infinite abundance shows up. The money starts coming. The right opportunities start showing up. People start buying stuff. I get the ding, 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 but I can shut it off just as quick. So I need to be practical, grounded, persevering, wise, dedicated, strong, purposeful, leading, organized, structured, confident, strategic, assertive, disciplined, humanistic, and moral. I gotta have my plan. Again, it's the pile one. It was have your system in place. Have a plan in place. Keep one foot on the solid ground, so we don't starve to death or die. So we don't, lose everything. So we have a fallback, but also let yourself be in that energy, because that's how you inspire. That's how you create. That's how you imagine new things into your world. Be the leader, be the muse. Inspire your own muse within you to show you how to take a lead in a new direction, how to rise to the new heights, how to communicate in the right way, how to nurture your seed and your nest, I inspire and I am inspired. I'm intuitive and inspired, idealistic, creative, divinely connected, and passionate, emotional, and sensitive. And Venus is that place of love. Look, we got a fairy and an elephant. The elephant is wise. Elephant never forgets. Elephant never forgets what their heart is all about. These guys love so much that they literally cry and cry and cry when another one dies. They mourn. They do memorials for their own people, their little elephant community. They're very smart, very intelligent. And you can be your own muse. You can be this way too when you follow your heart. And then be the leader and lead from the heart, so other people know how to do that too. Because so many people in the world are lost right now. They don't know how to follow their own heart. They don't even know what their heart wants because they're afraid to feel, because they were told not to, or they weren't, met in the right ways when they did. So this is confident, brilliant, purposeful, courageous, committed, authentic, positive, inspiring, passionate, empowered, visionary, vital, integrous, trustworthy. Look at that. Visionary. The sun and the Jupiter. It's this expansion with clarity, illumination, you taking your divine role, taking action. No more time to just sit around thinking. Now it's time to start dropping into the heart, feeling what you want, get inspired, be your own muse, speak to yourself, let yourself be the leader of your heart, illuminate your light to know where to go by feeling it in your heart and soul. Go to what feels good, who feels good, where feels good. And let that be the thing that's doop-a-doop-boop-boo, my heart's desire, the people that love me, the people that understand me, the people I feel supported with. I'm going to resurrect. I'm going to communicate. I'm going to come correct to my life, my emotional support. I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm just making my choices. to be the one that like balances this stuff out. I gotta be the visionary, but I also need to be the leader. I can't just be all head in the clouds. Sometimes I need to come down here and put some fucking physical stuff together. I gotta record the reading, not just talk about it. I gotta, promote my stuff, not just like hope people find it. So those are the things sometimes that we also get stuck within. So I feel like it's important for you right now to figure out what is it your heart truly desires. Be your own beacon of light. On Elson Light Healing, I'm at the last level of that. If you haven't started that, go through it. The majority of it's free. The only thing that is paid is the activations, which there's like a couple of them every level. There's 7 levels, but they're like $5.55 for the activation. So it's not a big deal. You do at your own pace. If you don't do the activations, you just go through all the meditations and all the free teachings over there. And there were 77 videos when I hit the 7th level of that. I feel like there's things in there. Even if you don't go in order, just go to the thing that feels like, hey, that might help me. Because like this last level we're in right now is about finding your soul mission and purpose. About aligning with your purpose. About aligning with who you are meant to be. Your mission. What are you here for? What are you doing? All that stuff. So, you can go over there, check that out. I have the playlist saved on this channel. And I will be back with more of these. And I already said, but I will say it again, on Instagram, I have my new membership for the business-related teachings with a lot to come on that. There's only been 1 subscriber so far. So, I was going to go live today, but they hadn't gotten back to me yet, and it was already past the time I was supposed to go live. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just do it next week when I know, like, what time that person is even, like, up, because I feel like they're in another country. But I know other people are joining it, too, so I'm going to try to accommodate that just by going live every other week, and maybe I'll do, like, an early time and a late time. Right now I picked 5 p.m. because that seemed like a safe time in between, but that person was not available at that time. So I need to find out where they are and what that time is. But again, once more people come in there, I will know, like, what are you guys really at? Where are you really at? Like, are you at ground zero where you're like, I don't even know what to do? Are you at the place where it's like, I've already started, but I don't know really what I'm doing with this? Or, I'm like halfway in there. I just, could use tips about certain places that I've never been on. Whatever it is, if people let me know when they come in, I will make it a point to communicate and make creations surrounding that for them. And the lives will be a place where people can ask me one-on-one what I think about this, what I do with that, how I do with this, boop, 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 boop. And that's the whole thing. If it doesn't work out, if not enough people sign up, I will just switch it back over to just selling the videos, because I've been selling the videos for other things with no problem. So I think now that I figured out how to do it on my own website instead of on the other place, matter of just getting them up there now. So those will be coming too. There already is like the Oracle card creator on there, and it's like literally $50, and it teaches you how to make the decks that like I made, where to post them, things like that, like where I get the stuff to make my own decks, how I made them, the process of that, the place that I make them at, what I do when I do that, how I sell them, and like the design aspects. I give tips and things like that. It's on my website. It's the Oracle Card Creator Workshop. And I'm going to be doing more things like that, specifically, like my Etsy shop. Like one of my decks, my Divine Masculine Confessions, that brought in like $15,000, just one of them. So I'll also show like how I post onto Etsy for successful listings like that, how I got so many 5-star reviews and boopity-boopity-boops. So there will be a lot of information, but it's also going to be catered to whoever shows up there. Unless they don't show up there, then I'll just sell the videos like I've been doing with my other videos. So if you're interested in any of those videos, or the Mooney Key rights, or the Starseed, like the Star rights, or the Womb right, or anything that's on my website or on my Etsy shop, you are welcome to check it out. My other channel, like I said, lots of free teachings over there for healing and growing. There is like shamanic picker cards over there. There's other mission and purpose ones over there. There's other past life ones over there. There's a mix of stuff over there and here. But I am going to go now. In Namaste. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.